Need to see some more things on Chalet? I got you. What is up, everybody? It is Different Breed, and in today's video we're going to be protecting the downstairs bomb sites on Chalet. So we're going to be protecting garage, and we're going to be protecting wine cellar here. So I have a whole bunch of cameras to show you for outside, and then I got 2 to show you inside. So let's get on to this. So the first camera I'm going to show you is coming straight out of this office area here. Now this is going to be a little bit of a dangerous camera. We're going to have to run out, and we are going to have to be detected. So you have 2 options here. One, we can destroy this guy here. I mean, we're gonna have to do it either way. We can run out, toss a cam, and then try and run back in. Or we can run out, toss a cam, and try and distract them with some bullets. Now, I will show you what I mean by doing this. So the first one, we can run out and then toss a cam and then run back in, and we'll be detected that much. We should be able to get back inside with no problems. And what we're aiming for is this tree right here. So we're just really nowhere anything specific, just trying to aim for this tree as we run out, toss it, and then run back in. And then if we look at that, we can see most of the back of the snowmobiles here. So as the sledge, we are running this way. We can see him completely. He's looking over here, and this is pretty much where people sit all the time when they are open up the garage and they're just chilling and they're trying to get some kills back here. So we can see him a lot. And if you look over at the camera itself, you can see it somewhere. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong tree. It's right here. I was looking at this tree. It's over. You can see it completely. So if somebody is scanning on this camera, then it's definitely going to be noticed, and people are going to run out and find it real quickly if someone's looking right at it, because that blue shine light is just going to be there. There's no way of hiding that. It is a dark tree, and the light is going to show up extremely well. And if you're curious how it looks when throwing it out, this is how it looks. And of course, this cam is not retrievable if you were daring enough to even come out here to try and get it. So the second option that we have over here is we can actually sprint out as far to the balcony as we can. We can toss the cam out onto there, and then what we can do is we can actually start spraying bullets down. So we can see the little alleyway that they're running into. So we can just start spraying bullets and trying to, distract them or hurt somebody so that they are actually looking in a different spot when the camera gets thrown out. And hopefully they won't see the camera. But again, as the sledge, you can definitely see this camera. It's obviously a little bit higher in the tree, but it is definitely being shown because, I mean, like I said, it's a dark tree with a light on it. You're going to be able to see it. There's no ornaments or anything on this tree, so that's a little unfortunate, but that's just how it is. But with it being higher, you can see more and have better visibility of stuff. So if you can actually get it out there, it might be a good viable option. So, I mean, I guess take it at your risk. Do what you will with it. Oh, obviously this isn't going to be retrievable at all. And another quick cam we got for outside is if we are inside of the fireplace here, or the great room. I call it fireplace because, there's a fire right here in the place for it. And all right, anyway, so what we can do is go on this corner over here. We can back up a little bit. What we're trying to do is just sneak this camera outside. We want to just miss this corner here and toss it out. I didn't open up the window before, but what we're trying to do is get it onto this tree here. So as you can see, I just snuck it out, and we can see down. I can't look down anymore, so we don't get huge high visibility here. I would say downward at least. We do get a whole bunch of visibility if the sledge is underneath the canopy here. Then we're not going to be able to see him at all. But that's okay because only thermite's really going underneath here. And the only thing we're really missing is right underneath this tree. I guess the front of the snowmobile here. So this kind of is unfortunate that we can't see that, because this is the best that I can do for this camera is to see that angle there. So some people do actually go here. So this is not great for that kind of positioning. But if they were just hanging out back here, or if they are on the other side, the east side of the garage entrance here, then we're going to be pretty much good to go over in this direction. And this is gonna be around the same visibility wise for this camera. If you throw it in a good spot like I have right here, the blue sky actually kind of hinders being able to see this light. But if they move over, then it's going to be pretty obvious that this is, you know, a camera on a tree. And if people are spotting them, then they're going to, you know, be looking all around. A typical spot is up here. So people would look up and then they might end up seeing that if somebody's on it when they're looking up. So just a heads up on that. And actually, I can show you a typical spot since I've actually never shown this before. So bonus cam. So to get this simple cam out, you know, what I typically do is I'll shoot out all these windows. You don't have to shoot them all out, obviously, to get one single camera. But, you know, I shoot them all out, and then all you do is come up to pretty much the top of the stairs here. And then you just aim, point, and shoot. And then you actually get it out here, though, like that. And it is pretty simple. You get the view of people coming down from the west, people coming down from the east. Not entirely, but mostly. And then right in front as well. This is a camera that I've rocked for the longest time, and it is nice and simple to do. However, it does get shot out a lot. As you can see, it is a light camera on a dark background, so it's going to be completely shown, and it is one of the most known camera spots for this location. So, yeah. It will get shot out most of the time, but sometimes it won't, and you'll just be lucky. And also, this camera is not retrievable whatsoever. So another simple cam to throw out is from library that actually works out really, really well. So you just get this window gone out of there, and then what we're aiming for is this tree right here. We're just going to aim as almost as high as we can. We obviously don't want to hit the roof here, so just be careful of that. And then we're just going to toss it out, and then just like I said, be careful of this. If you mess up, you can actually get it, which is nice. So I guess be a little bit further back, toss it out because we're trying to get that distance, and then it'll land right onto that tree over there, and then we will be able to look this direction. Now if I got it a little bit higher or a little bit lower from this branch that's floating right here, then we'd be able to see this entire pathway, which is a good cam there. But you know, this is still a decent cam in itself. If I'm looking at sledge, I don't typically see too much of it. But it is there, so if I'm looking for a cam, then I know what to look for. But it can pass off as snow from like just a quick glance over, like, oh, where's this camera? Oh, I don't see a camera. You know, it might pass off as snow, but most likely will get found out a whole bunch. But you know, this is what you can see, and yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory in that. Oh, and clearly this isn't going to be retrievable. And so the hardest cam of today, and pretty much this entire series that I've had, this is going to be the hardest camera that I've ever shown you guys. So it is very, very specific on what you need to do. You need to line up with this kind of stair right here. You need to lean to the right, and actually we need to back up even a little bit more. And then so get like this kind of sliver going here. We need to have our cursor, the top of our cursor at the bottom of this log here. And we need it just a little bit in from the corner there. And then we need to toss it out. What we're trying to do is trying to get it to barely go over, barely hit this thing. We don't want it to hit it at all. Just barely miss it is what I was trying to say. And then it's going to go out there, and we're going to be able to see this entire area here, which is super, super nice. We can see all the way down here. So if people start running up to game room, we can see that they're going that way. We can see pretty much all the way down east. So when they start running up this way, we can see them. And obviously we can see that sledge who's sitting there looking at the garage. Now, if we look, actually, let me just look on this camera here because I am the sledge. We can, if we look at this thing, it is kind of glowing here. It's kind of showing about, you know, where this cam is, so you can see it. But if you look at it, it's actually inside of the snow. So this is going to be a difficult cam to see if people aren't looking for cams. So if we back up here, it's in the white snow. If you're looking at it, if you're aimed down sights from it from far away, it's going to glow up like that. But if you don't scan on people, they're not going to really see it. I've had decent success with this kind of cam here. I've also tossed cams below this thing, which is a little bit easier to get. So if we're looking this way, it's like, let me just show you if I'm not even on this camera whatsoever. there's definitely no way that this sledge is going to be able to find, or if anybody's going to be able to find this. Why would they even like look for this if there's nobody's on it? You're just not going to find that, because you're going to come over here, you're going to look, that's going to just look like part of the rock and all that stuff. So like, no way. No way. This is an extremely good camp, but it is also extremely hard to get into that spot. Okay, so now that I've showed you cams outside south so we can protect that south area there, we're going to come over here and protect this north hallway. So, it's just very, very simple and easy. We're going to just shove a cam into this corner. And the reason for that is so we can see this whole... Let me just open the camera. The reason for that is so we can see this entire hallway here, because, you know, people come over here and try and breach that small room. What is it called? The wine stock right here. People try and breach this wine stock room over here so we can see this hallway. And then we can also see this other hallway over here as well, because people come from the stairs and people come from the garage, especially, you know, late in the game when they're just rushing in because we've defeated them over on the garage part. And yeah, so this is just a very basic cam to show this thing. So when people come and break in from the doorway here, you can obviously just see them completely. And the cam is completely shown. If I am off of it, then it's not so much shown as much. It is just, you know, a dark corner, which is why I put it in there. So when I'm not on it, it's just hiding out in a dark corner. And then when I'm on it, I obviously run the risk of it being shot out by it being seen very easily. But, you know, high risk, high reward, I guess, because we're seeing 2 hallways instead of just 1. And if you need this cam back sometime in the round, then you can just come back and get it. And another very basic, simple cam is for this blue hall here, which actually isn't really so much blue anymore. Interesting. Is right down here in the corner. I did it a little bit lower in the corner instead of higher so that you can actually see the staircase. And when people are coming down the staircase, if I did a little bit higher, we wouldn't see the staircase as much. Show you right here. So if we were higher, we wouldn't be able to see the landing of the staircase and all that. So, and also this HVAC unit right here, or the unit, whatever, this duct work is blocking our sight to see over this right here. And actually, let me just look on the cams and bring the sledge over like a professional. So like I was trying to say, we can see our sledge on this cam right here, but if I look at the other cam, we cannot see the sledge at all. So that's why I put it down a little bit lower so we can see the entire blue hall over here and the staircase and the little landing right on the staircase as well. And it's just that simple. And as simple as it is very, very visible. There's just no getting around that. It's just there. So yeah, if I'm off of the cam, then it's not as visible and it's really not as shown, and it will get overlooked when I'm off the camera. So another high risk, high reward kind of thing. It's just something simple that I throw in. Okay, so that is going to be it for me for today on chalet, bomb sites, camera sites, angles, and such like that. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help support this channel and any videos like this or even different videos, check out the links in the description. If you want to come see me on my other platforms, then check me out over here. You can check me over on Discord, in my Twitter, or even on my Twitch where I live stream this game, and also some other games where we can just hang out and chat together. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, which I would assume that you might since you're still here. So I guess just until next time, stay different, everybody.